Are you ready for the second comedian? Right. Where are we going? We're going to the United States of America. All right, give it up for Socrates Inglessis.
How y'all doing? My name is Socrates. I am still an American. Thanks, appreciate that. I just applied for my Dutch citizenship. Again, thanks. Appreciate that again. Really helpful, very helpful. Unless you guys really don't like immigrants, in which case you should move to America. I left the spacesuit. Yeah, my name is Socrates, and this is sort of a vote kind of election thing. And when you think elections, you think Socrates. He had tried to warn the world about democracy and how bad politics would be, but nobody listened. Now we have America. Basically, politics was an ancient Greek word, and it means poly, from poly means many, and ticks, which is a blood-sucking parasite that spreads diseases. It's politics. Yeah. So I've been trying to, like I said, I got my Dutch citizenship coming up. All my shirts turned orange. Trying to become a little more Dutch, trying to learn my Dutch language. As you know, it's a hard language. About a year ago, I learned a word that changed my life, and that word was aangereden, which I think he knows what it means. Unfortunately, it means to be slammed into, and in my case, it was aangereden door een scooterklootzak. Because I got slammed into by an asshole on a scooter. Yeah, there was this car driving on a bike path, and then the scooter kind of staring at the car, drove on my side, and we had a head-on, and I tried to explain to them all what they were doing wrong, but didn't have time, so I just said, ah! And then I flew like a graceful bird. I landed like an octopus. Broke half of my arms. And I had to go to the hospital, the house of paracetamol. And it's true, it's not a great experience. I got there, they took a look at my x-ray, and she said, would you like some morphine? And I said, the paracetamol's not going to cut it? She said, not even close. And I said, well, what are you going to do? And they said, we're going to approach you with conservative treatment, which is a nice way of saying nothing. They gave me a blue strap. I don't know if you've seen these things. It's sort of a blue Velcro-y kind of a thing. And told me to use this thing, and hopefully it comes good. You've heard this from a therapist, haven't you? Yeah. They all say it comes good. It's optimistic, it's cheap, it's efficient in its own way. You know, everybody says, my butcher, my Socrates, he says it comes good too, for this. And he knows bones, so I trust him, more than anything else. But it comes good, I think, is not useful medically. I think it's only really useful as a Yelp review for a sperm donor. Look, Jaap de Groot, 4.5 stars. So they sent me home and told me to keep moving my arm a little this way, a little this way. So I'm in my backyard, and it doesn't move it so well, but I can raise it up a little bit, and I'm supposed to keep trying to push it. And I was waving to my neighbors, hey, Jaap. He lives nearby. And all the other neighbors were giving me a really bad attitude. Not only am I friends with Jaap, but they thought I was a Nazi. I told them what's happening, and now I think I'm just pretending to be a Nazi or something. So I went back to my doctor. I said, hey, doc, I can't raise my arm up very high. It's not coming good. The first step to coming good is getting it up, and I can't raise it any higher than this. I have arm erectile dysfunction. Unless you have arm Viagra, we should do something. And he told me helaas and pindakaas, which is a useless Dutch saying that means, oh well, peanut butter. Not medically useful in any way. It rhymes, The Dutch love a good rhyme. I like a rhyme too. My favorite rhyming Dutch phrase is noken in de koken. Which more people know than I would think. It means, unfortunately, fucking in the kitchen. I learned that when I was here 3 months. I do not know how to use noken in de koken in context. Except maybe Tinder. But I think if you combine noken in de koken with helaas pindakaas, you end up with satay sauce. Yeah, the Netherlands. I came for the food. I stayed for the weather. Life has changed and I'm getting older. When I was a kid, when you wanted to send somebody a text, like you want to send a chick an aubergine, you actually had to go and give her an aubergine in person. It was impossible otherwise. When I finally started sending text, my personal text became the rhinoceros. It's kind of a little bit fatter but strong, got a horn to be proud of. And now I realize I'm getting even older, because I'm 57 now, 75 in Dutch. And I realize my emojis become basically the elephant, because I'm even fatter and slower, and my trunk's just dangling down. I used to think of him as Mr. Johnson, Mr. William Johnson, Willie to his friends. Now I realize that Willie's not necessarily his name, it's also possibly a question. Willie? Willie! So I've been trying to get in shape, Again, I'm in A shape, but it's like the shape of pregnancy. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm getting older. Like I said, I remember years and years ago, someone was asking me, how did I lose my virginity? And I don't really remember it because it was so overwhelming, at the time, I had never been to prison before. It turns out being gay and being straight, they're not that different. You know what I mean? Yeah, at the end of the night, it's about the same difference, because I go home alone, because it's like, but the difference is, is empowering, when the guy messed it up. Okay. So anyway, like I said, I'm becoming a bit different. I'm becoming older and changing my ways. I'm less materialistic. My wife taught me a new way to be. She taught me how to be a minimalist. Well, since the divorce. So in this life, I found that if all you have is a hammer, the whole world will look like a nail. Like in America, all they have is guns. So their solution is to shoot stuff. It doesn't really work, but if all you have is a screwdriver, the whole world will look like paint that needs stirring, or some seeds that need planting, or a guy that needs stabbing. But this has been one hell of a hard year for me. You know what I mean? I've had a long year, and sometimes in life, you can be the nail and you can be the hammer. You know what I mean? But so far, it's getting a little bit better. One of these times, not yet, not today, but soon, it's going to become. For me, for you, for all of us. Wait, hammer time! Thanks so much.